Hello, my name is SecondWind814, and I just got back from seeing Captain America Civil War. I gotta say, fantastic movie. This movie was great, action-packed, and a lot of drama uh, to go with the action, eh? So, oh, no, obviously you can tell that, yes, I like this movie, and I would definitely recommend this movie. So, starting out, let's just say that, I just want to say that whoever cuts the trailers for Marvel movies is a freaking genius, because there's nothing in that trailer happens as the trailers lead you to believe, if they do. Oh, so, oh, you want to see it? I'll leave a link to it in the yeah, nah, better. You can, the movie's already out. So, yeah. The trailer definitely did a good job of getting me excited. Me, at least, excited for this movie. So, starting out, basically, yes, Bucky is in this. Yes, he is still the Winter Soldier. And yes, it is the story of Bucky getting screwed over. However, I'm gonna say one right out how immediately one of the downside of the movie is nobody dies, and yes, I know I'm sounding kind of cruel and morbid with that, but I know for a fact, even though I've never read the comics, I know for a fact from watching all the reactions that and videos of people who know the comics that Captain America dies is in the original comic book storyline. Personally, I would have liked to have seen at least one person in this film die. I hate as morbid as that sounds, but hey, it is what it is. It is. So, moving along with the plot. Basically, Bucky is a Winter Soldier, and it starts out in 1991 in Nigeria, where in a complex where Bucky is held. So, where he is basically controlled by somebody reading a series of words, it's from a journal. Now, what those words mean, I don't know, and I never saw Captain America: The Winter Soldier. So yeah, and then we get to present day in Lagos, where the Avengers are hunting crossbones, and basically they get into a fight, and Scarlet Witch blows up the building. That's the one. If you saw her scene of her being shot in a Super Bowl commercial, that's from one. Basically, they have a big fight. And Crossbones is about to take Captain America with him with a grenade. Scarlet Witch holds grenade, flies in the air, but then lets it go right next to a building and kills a bunch of people. So yeah, that was what the little scene of Scarlet Witch being shot off was about. I have to admit, though, it was definitely a I definitely liked the relationships in this movie with the relationships between Scarlet Witch and Vision, in having a supposedly having a romantic relationship. Apparently, that's how it works in the comics. Then we have the friendship between Hawkeye and Black Widow. We also have Then we also have, and then of course we have the basically the all but dissolved relationship between the Avengers, and what's really great is that this basically shows how somebody not knowing something in in blah blah blah. Example: Tony Stark not knowing that Bucky isn't responsible for isn't responsible, or at least not fully responsible for his actions, or at least a series of terroristic attacks can basically rip friends apart. Art. 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 That was a great part about this movie as well. Well, so yeah. Basically, this movie involved all a lot. It basically does revolve around Bucky and Crossbones. The relationship is that at Crossbones was once I guess Bucky is captor, I guess you could, or commander, I guess you could say, and the fact that no one really, that Tony Stark's arc doesn't know that, and those who follow him believe Bucky is the bad guy, and then those who follow Captain America know that Bucky isn't the bad guy. And as well as the fact that the governments are basically trying to put a leash on superheroes. And basically that's what happens when you try to bring big governments in things. Governments in, people are going to disagree. And getting off topic, I personally think that allowing the world's governments to control a bunch of people with superpowers is not the best idea. As they said in the movie, it's a bunch of people with agendas. And basically, giving people with agendas as the right to call out the Avengers. There's a team of people with superhuman abilities. Some of them, anyway. You've got them mostly when Tony Stark, and then you got Rhodey, Hawkeye, and Black Widow, and Falcon. Who are mainly Falcon's human, but Falcon is human, but he uses a series of but he does use he does use that suit, and then of course Ant-Man, who is a thief but has superhuman strength in ant form. So yeah, basically letting people with political agendas just control a team like that, probably not the best idea. You never know what they might have in store, including wanting to use that team to deal with silence political opponents, shall I say? Anyways, so yeah, that's it. And then basically, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, getting back on topic, bit here, as far as the action goes, I thought it was great. It was great, and one thing I thought was great was how they introduced Spider-Man into this movie. I thought that was cool how they had Tony Stark visiting Spider-Man's house, him talking, and basically Tony Stark essentially using his speech and communication skills, and basically other influences to convince Spider-Man to join his team. And let me say that Spider-Man in this movie is awesome because his powers are he puts his powers on full display here. They're swinging around, webbing people. Well, it is awesome. So yeah, uh, that was great too. So yeah, and basically, if you're worried about anybody's powers not being on display or being on display enough or being on display too much, don't worry. They get that right too. I mean, come on, it's Marvel. Marvel gets crap, it's their stuff right. I'm not saying nobody else does. I'm just saying Marvel is basically the best at it right now. So yeah, ah, that's ah. So final over. So let's move on. So that's basically Captain America, a Civil War. And if I was to sum up the plot, it's basically, well, actually, nah, there's a few more things I need to cover. Black Panther. Black Panther is awesome because awesome, and I think it's interesting, and I think his motives for becoming Black Panther are rather interesting as well. Basically, during the UN meeting to sign the Sokovia Accords is into effect. There is a terrorist attack explosion that kills his father. Basically, he's the Prince of Wanda, where the Avengers were in the beginning of the movie. So, anyways, yeah, nah, he's the Prince of Rwanda, and during an explosion in which his father is speaking, during a terrorist during the UN meeting for the Sokovia Accords, where there's when his during there's where when his father is speaking, a terrorist bomb goes off, killing his father, and that's when he basically decides to take up the Black Panther mantle. Well, I shouldn't say mantle. He decides to become Black Panther to avenge his father. Basically to try and kill Bucky. So anyways, moving right along to moving on to the villain. The villain in this movie, his motivations are basically tearing the Avengers apart. All right, is that basically he blames the Avengers for the death of his wife and child during the attack on Sokovia. I mean, really, it's Ultron's fault because he planned it, but in reality, it's not really. But in reality, it's kind of Ultra. I mean, he has a kind of a point that it's a point that maybe the Avengers could have done a better job. But come on, dude, you didn't think to get a little to run as far as you could when there was a gigantic fucking rock in the air. You didn't think to. You didn't think to. Think that there might not be some serious catastrophic devastation in the area. You didn't just get out of the area altogether. You had to stay and watch it. Personally, I would have taken if I was married and I had a wife and a child. And I knew something like that was going on. I would have taken them and gotten the hell out of there. Just drive for days on it, and until I knew that my family was far outside of the city limits. And it's to the point where you couldn't even see the city anymore. And even then, I'd still be cautious about nauseous about the destruction. So yeah, uh, uh, outside the city limits probably wasn't the safest place. When an powerful mind is trying to destroy the Earth by creating lifting up an entire city, idiot, only to plunge it down onto the Earth, Earth to create a shockwave that'll wipe out humanity. So, anyways, yeah. But once again, getting back on topic. So yeah, that's Avengers: Age of Ultron. Blah 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 blah. Excuse me. Sorry. That's Captain America: Civil War. So, final verdict for this one: 9 out of 10. A great movie. So yeah. Ah. And would I recommend it? Absolutely. So yeah, there you have it. Avengers: Age of Ultron. Sorry. I keep going to call it Avengers: Age of Ultron, but yeah, Captain America: Civil War, 9 out of 10. Go see it. And well, that about wraps it up for this video. My name is Ticket1814. Thank you so much for watching. May the wind always be at your back. See ya!